welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to try and solve this problem right here. Yeah, I've had this helmet since I started riding. In case you've got the same one, it's the Strobe, LS2 Strobe, model number FF325. I like the flip-up style because you can talk to someone straight away, or it's just a bit more comfortable when you've stopped. It's got some good vents here, you can open and close, and on the top. When I was cleaning it, I lost one of these little pegs in the side of the visor. So on my ride, I had to cover it up with some first aid tape because the wind noise was ridiculous. But the main problem is the condensation, especially in the cold weather that we've got right now. As soon as you stop at the traffic lights, you really have to pop open the visor a bit, otherwise you fog up and you can't see what you're doing. So today, hopefully, I'm going to fix that by installing this Pinlock insert. So in the style of Ryan F9, it's time for the science bit. Grab your mini whiteboards, let me know if you haven't got one, and I will put you on the naughty list. So here's the visor, and here is you breathing out air. Lovely. And the air you breathe out is full of moisture. It's very warm and there's lots of water vapor. In a gas, the particles are moving fast. They've got enough energy to overcome the forces of attraction between them. You are riding through a stream of very cold air, which is hitting your visor and cooling it down. And this makes the particles lose lots of their energy as they hit the visor, and they can no longer overcome the forces of attraction, and they start to condense into a liquid. Tiny droplets of water on the inside of the visor, forming a mist, which stops you from seeing clearly. Now there is an air vent, which blows some air up and across the visor, but in the cold it's just not enough to keep your visor from fogging up. However, with a Pinlock insert, it's like having double glazing for your visor. So the cold air hits the outside of the visor here, but you've got a layer of air trapped inside here which doesn't move, and your nice warm breath will warm up the inside of the visor, and that air will stay warm for long enough for the air vents and the flow to push them out without them condensing on the inside of the visor. So the insert comes flat packed like this. It's pretty expensive compared to the overall cost of the helmet, but hopefully it should make a big difference. And inside you can see it's got a backing paper on the back to protect it, and then around the edge you can see the silicone that leaves a little gap between the visor and the plastic. It doesn't come with the actual pins, so I had to order them separately. Now they do give you two sets, thank goodness, because it's not impossible that we're going to lose a bit here. We've got the two halves that go together, and then a Phillips 1 screw goes in there to tighten it. And then you can see that the wider gap here goes in the visor, and the narrower one there is actually eccentric, it's off center. So you can turn the whole thing like this to make the insert either looser or tighter. But first let's get the visor off the helmet to make it easier to work on. I have no idea why that tape is there. Oh man, Gorilla Tape is good stuff. On this helmet, to take the visor off, we slide the little, you see there, catch backwards there to, no, forwards to O, open, and then turn this clip down to the open position, and we can pull it out like that. Okay. We'll give the visor a good clean on the inside. Don't worry about the outside yet, because we want to make sure it's clean when we put the insert on. So I'll put the larger bit on the inside and the smaller bit on the outside here, and then the ridiculous little screw there. That's good. Enlarge a bit on the inside. That side portion here. And the screw. And it says there's actually an indicator here that you need to get the right way. Yeah, there you go. So if you see that little spike up the top there, you get that facing the outside at first. Yeah. So that little spike you can just see on the left there should be pointing towards the outside first to get the tension right. Now the insert here comes with protective film on the outside, but not the inside, and you will probably have touched it by the time you install it, so let's make sure that's also very clean. To get it the right way around, the word Pinlock is going to be visible the right way around from outside the helmet, and you pop it into the little groove there on the right and just bend the visor open to give you the room to get it in. Okay, that should be it. And we should have, if you tap all the way around the edge, you should have the silicone bead pressed up against the plastic. So as I'm tapping it around the edge, there's no gap, I'm not pushing it up to the visor. So I'll just take off the plastic covering now. Let's get it back on the helmet and see if it works. Okay, I've discovered it's a lot easier if you just have the visor in the fully open position. And the other thing that's confusing is this clip, it doesn't correspond to the word open on the visor. It corresponds to where the word open was when the visor was closed. If you get that right, it's quite easy. So, Pinlock's fully installed. Let's just clean the outside of the visor and give it a try. Time for the moment of truth. Let's close this up and see how well it works. Thanks again for watching. Safe travels, and I will see you on the next one.